Hello everyone, welcome back to my astrology channel. I would like to start this video by really thanking everybody who has watched my videos, my content in the year 2021. As we are moving into 2022, I have a lot more coming in, a lot more content because I'm really excited about astrology and I'm really excited about my channel. And I really want to thank everyone for your likes, comments and your subscription. And thank you very much for keep coming back to my channel. And those of you who have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe to my channel because there's a lot more exciting things coming on my channel. Thank you very much. So let's begin our today's video. So in this video, we'll be talking about the January 2nd new moon in the sign of Capricorn. So that's the first new moon in the year 2022. And it happens right the day after the New Year's Day, which is on the 2nd of Jan. So this new moon is almost like a double kind of dose of fresh beginnings, fresh start in the year 2022, because New Year itself is a time to make resolution and have firm goals and missions for the future, for the whole year. And the 2nd Jan new moon in Capricorn, which is a very practical, realistic, pragmatic sign, it's asking you to really make those goals, set those intention for the whole year. Now the new moon's effect does last about 6 months, so whatever intention you set on the 2nd of Jan, you can see the influence unfolding over the next 6 months. But it's a good time to really set the tone and really put down practical goals, whatever you want to achieve in the year on the 2nd of Jan, moving forward. So it would be a really good time to kickstart anything that you wanted to kickstart. Now this new moon in Capricorn is conjunct the sun in Capricorn, which is always the case during a new moon. Sun and moon are conjunct because that's how a new moon is formed. Now when sun comes together with the new moon, what it adds is a sense of individualism. It's a sense of identity and a sense of a soul purpose to your emotions, whatever you want to achieve. So it's a great time to really align yourself, what you want to grow into, what your soul purpose is, what you truly desire on a very practical level, and really emotionally also get involved in taking steps to make those things happen. So this new moon in Capricorn is really perfect new moon to begin the new year and really set intention for 2022. So really set your ambition, your life direction during this time, and really work hard and be practical and pragmatic. Now this new moon is also trining Uranus in Taurus. So this Capricorn and Taurus energies are both earth sign energies and is a very practical, stabilizing energy. So during this new moon, it's a good idea to really set those practical, tangible goals and even think out of the box to get the things rolling. If something is not working or something has not worked in the past, it is a time now to have a fresh look at things and really move forward with fresh intention and fresh approach and fresh outlook for the year 2022. Now January 2022 will have a lot of Capricorn energy anyways, because Mercury will be moving into the sign of Capricorn. Venus is already there in a retrograde motion. So you will feel, as the month progresses, you will feel a little bit more a sense of grounding, practicality, tangibility in terms of what you're trying to achieve. So if you set down some plans during this new moon, write it down, maintain a diary or something and write your plans down, like how you want to achieve and what you want to achieve in the year 2022. This is a really good time to start, and you will feel the energy of really making this happen and making it more tangible and practical and stable as the month progresses. So definitely use this new moon in Capricorn energy to set your goals for the entire year and set the practical, tangible goals, something that is realistic, something that you can achieve, something that is within your skills and capabilities, and something that can really set you on that life path, on the life direction that you want to go on. Now let's begin with each zodiac sign and how this new moon in Capricorn is going to affect each of the zodiac. Aries, for you, the Capricorn new moon occurs in your 10th house. Now, 10th house is a natural Capricorn house. So the new moon here is kind of going to really help you in achievements and success in the world that you're trying to achieve. Now, 10th house is about your career, your vocation, your visibility in the world, your public image, your goals and ambition, your life direction. Whatever you're trying to achieve in the world in an outward expression, outwardly. So a new moon here is a time for fresh beginnings in career matters. So you could be changing careers, or you could be moving up the ladder, or getting a promotion, or more responsibility, or less responsibility, or whatever you want to do, like whatever direction you want to go on. This is time for thinking about that and really giving it a fresh start, a fresh twist to it. Now, if you're not happy with the career that you're in, this is also a time to think about going in the direction that you will enjoy. Now, this new moon can open you up to accolades, recognitions, achievements, and accomplishments during this time. But it can also show your true capability and credibility. So if you have been working hard, you will receive the reward and whatever the positive outcome. Now, if you've not been doing that, then it will come to forth, and you will see the true picture in terms of where you stand, and you will get the feedback as well, and you will have better understanding to set the intention and whatever you want to achieve going forward. Now, Aries Capricorn is a very practical and realistic sign, so it's time to set those practical, realistic goals for your career matters. Now, you do need to see where your life is heading, with the life path you're on, the career path, the career direction that you're in during this time, and if that is conducive to your growth, conducive to what you feel in life, what you want to do in life. Is that aligned with that? If not, this is a time to really think about it, set new intention, sow new seeds, and in due course you will see the hard work paying off. But during this time, it's definitely time to think about your career and bringing that fresh energy in it. And with this Uranus trining this new moon, it's time to really think outside the box and not just sit in your comfort zone and be complacent. Really dig things and reboot things, and really bring in this new energy of Uranus trining with the new moon in your career matters. So definitely this will help you to understand how you want to go, where you want to go, Aries. Taurus, for you, the Capricorn New Moon occurs in your 9th house. Now, Capricorn is another fellow earth sign, Taurus, so this energy is quite harmonious to your energy in terms of having new beginnings and fresh starts in your belief system, in your viewpoint, the philosophies you have in life, because 9th house is about broadening your horizon. It's about expanding and searching for meaning and philosophies, and through learning and exploring and traveling. So the new moon here is definitely a great time to bring these fresh energies in your life during this time. Now, Taurus, by nature, you are quite stiff in terms of your belief system, and you are quite conservative as well, where your belief system goes. Now, Taurus, that is because when you make up your mind about your belief system or direction in life or whatever you want to do, you don't like to change it. So you are very realistic, practical about what works in life. You're very stable and very rigid in terms of your belief system. Now, this new moon can bring in energy in your life where your opinions, viewpoints, your philosophies, belief system is challenged, and you will have to sit up and take notice and adjust yourself to make room for new viewpoint, new perspective. Now, Taurus, this new moon in Capricorn in the 9th house is trining Uranus in Taurus in your house, which is your 1st house. So your sense of self, your image, your perspective, your personal identity is going through a change and transformation already. Now, this new moon is going to bring in some kind of fresh energy, new beginnings in that. Now, whatever way of thinking or way of living you might have will go through a change. Now, you may resist that because as Taurus, you are firm and stable and you don't like movement much. And Capricorn in your 9th house, which makes you very practical and very stiff regarding your belief system, you may face a bit of a difficulty in terms of adjusting to newer perspective and new viewpoints. But the idea is to keep your mind open and bring in new energy and think and do things that is more growth inducing, and things that is going to grow you in life and really move you up in life. So if bringing in new energies helps that, this is the time to set those intentions and have new ways of doing things. Now this you can also do through learning and traveling. If you're able to travel, or have a world perspective and viewpoint, this is great time to do it. Now if you're not able to travel because of travel restrictions around the world, you can also interact with people online and just very different kind of people who you have not met before, and you open up your mind and listen to different perspectives. Now that can really open up your mind and set you on a different kind of path in terms of a belief system. So be flexible and set the goal for the whole year in terms of where you want to go. Now if you are taking up an education program or a university program, this is a great time to think about practically what you want to do in this year, Taurus. So Taurus, you may be conservative in your belief system, but this is the time to not be too severe in terms of what you think your perspective is, and keep an open mind if you can, Taurus. Geminis, for you, the new moon in Capricorn occurs in your 8th house. Now 8th house is a house of intimacy. It's a house of shared resources, shared finances, social finances. It's a house of trust, commitment, and mutually beneficial scenarios like investment or financial situation. Now Gemini's new moon occurring in your 8th house is bringing fresh energies in your 8th house matters. So if you have any kind of financial situation, joint resources, or social financial situation like debts or loans, this is a time to look at them and pay it off if you can, and move forward in the year 2022 with fresh energies in terms of your financial matters. Now if you have issues of intimacy as well, this is a great time to really look at that and resolve any matters that you might have. Now Gemini, you having Capricorn sign on the 8th house and the new moon there, you're very practical, pragmatic regarding the 8th house matters, and this is a great time, Gemini, to put down some kind of plan in terms of your stability and security, in terms of your joint finances, joint resources for yourself and for your loved ones, and really work on those and look at those matters. If there's any kind of loopholes that you need to resolve, this is really a good time to set the motion and really move forward with those energy. Now Gemini's, this new moon in Capricorn is trining Uranus in the sign of Taurus in your 12th house. Now 12th house is a house of hidden matters and things that you do behind the scene, and old patterns and your subconscious as well. So Uranus here is already rebooting all these matters. So Uranus here is already stimulating your subconscious, your unconscious, and you may be working behind the scene to uplift yourself in terms of your finances and spirituality as well. So with the 8th house new moon, it's a great time to really do the prep work and think a bit outside the box, and really even unconscious, if you got any unconscious patterns, fears, obsession regarding 8th house issues in terms of your finances or anything, this is a time to release that and really move ahead with new energy, Geminis. So Geminis, really use this time to introspect and contemplate how you want to move ahead in terms of your 8th house matter. And you can use this time, Geminis, to really look deeply within yourself and find relief and enjoyment and moving on kind of energy from any kind of patterns that is limiting you and is not growing you. So Geminis, really use this time to define your life rather than obsessing and fearing about any past patterns or any intimacy issues or financial issues or financial pattern that you might have from the past. Just try to get out of that, introspect, contemplate how you can do that, and really bring in fresh energies and relieve yourself, release yourself from limiting patterns, and really set the tone for growth in your 8th house matter, Geminis. Cancer, for you, the new moon in Capricorn occurs in your 7th house. Now Capricorn is the opposite sign to you, Cancer. So 7th house is about your relationship, partnership, and this is both business and personal. So these are the practical committed relationships that you have in life. So a new moon occurring in your 7th house is bringing this fresh energy in terms of your relationship matters. Now Capricorn is a realistic, practical, and a bit kind of serious energy. So for you, Cancer, emotions could be hard to deal with during this time because of this new moon energy. There's a lot of focus on relationship, and you might have to look at the boundaries in your relationship as well, Cancer. Are you restricting yourself in relationship, or is somebody else, the other half, restricting themselves in relationship? What is happening in your relationship? That's what you need to look at, because new moon in the sign of Capricorn in your 7th house, Cancer, is asking you to bring the fresh energy, but from a very practical point of view. And relationship needs to be looked at in terms of from a very serious, practical, realistic point of view, and that's what you do usually. Now do remember, Cancer, that relationship is about mutual love and respect, and if you are going to create walls around, limit yourself from showing emotions in relationship, or even if it's a business partnership kind of situation, if you're not giving much and you're holding back a lot, then it cannot be a fruitful partnership. So it's very important to look into what is in your heart, Cancer, and don't push people away, especially the ones that are there to help, support, and love you, Cancer. So definitely, Cancer, look at your relationship scenario and bring in the fresh energy. The new moon, Capricorn, realistic, practical energy, but don't be restrictive and unemotional in your relationship during this time. And this new moon is trining Uranus in the sign of Taurus, which is in your 11th house, which is about your friend circle. So you are definitely very much more accepting and open where your social circle is concerned, and you are definitely letting more people in your life. And just be mindful not to get too much involved in your social circle and lose a perspective on your own thinking and what you want to achieve in terms of your life, your career, your relationship. So this new moon is trining with Uranus, so you are definitely very much open to relationship, and really a great time to even commit to a relationship and have this new beginning in your relationship matters during this time, Cancer. Leos, for you, the Capricorn new moon occurs in your 6th house. Now, 6th house is the house of your work, your health, and your daily routine. So a new moon occurring here is a great time to bring fresh energies in these matters. Now, you may be faced with some kind of issues in these matters, and that can trigger a new beginning, or at least putting in the intention to have new fresh beginnings in these matters. So be mindful of your work patterns and your health, how your health is during this time, and bring in fresh energy if there is some kind of restrictive energies, or things are not working out, or if you think you are too stressed in work and your health is getting affected. This is the time to really bring in new energies. You can start a new health regime, an exercise plan, or a new job, a new work. You can apply for that, or get a new job, or change work hours, working patterns, or your work environment. Just your where you work, you can make it more conducive to your liking and what you enjoy, and how it can uplift you in terms of your physical and mental health, both Leos. So this is a great time to really set the intention of what you're doing and how you're doing, your productivity level as well, and really set the tone for the entire year, because 6th house is the work house of the zodiac, Leos, and new moon here is definitely a time to bring in new energy in terms of how you work, how you put in your energy in your work, in your daily schedule, your daily routine, and your health matters. And with Capricorn energy here, Leos, you're already very practical about your routine. You're very organized, how you do things around your life, in your work, daily life. You are a bit very much organized, and you know what to do, how to do, and when to do, and how to take it forward. Now, if there's anything that is not working, if there's anything that is restrictive and limiting you, your growth, it's time to have a fresh look at that and really bring in the changes and organize your life, structure your life a little bit better in terms of going forward, and having some kind of growth in these areas for the year 2022. Now, this new moon in Capricorn is trining Uranus in the sign of Taurus, which is your 10th house of career. So bringing the new energy in your work pattern and organizing yourself a little bit more, Leos, will help you in your career growth and will really set you on that path to achieve, because your productivity level will be a little bit more meaningful, and it will be more streamlined, so you will be able to achieve and gain those accomplishments that you desire in 2022. So plan your schedule, Leos, and your work patterns and your health as well, and bring new energy, and don't be too much rigid. Be flexible, because there can always be a need to change things that are not working and improving them. So definitely use this new moon to bring in new energy, how you plan your life, Leos. Virgos, for you, the Capricorn new moon occurs in your 5th house. Now, 5th house is the house of romance, creativity, your children. So, new moon here is bringing a fresh energy in these matters. Now, Virgos, Capricorn is your 5th house. So, you bring in this Capricorn energy in the 5th house matter, which is you could be a bit serious regarding matters that involves fun and, recreational activity. So, you may not be fully, open to completely letting your hair down when it comes to having fun. And you could also be a little bit more strict with your children, a bit of a disciplinarian when it comes to children. So this is a time to bring in new energy and new perspective in terms of how you're handling your daily life in terms of fun activity, your self-expression, and your children as well, Virgos. So Virgos, it's okay to be a bit serious about your creativity and children, but don't take it too far, and bring in this fresh energy during this time to approach your your expression of self, your hobbies, your talents, and just personal interests that you might have during this time. And you can also bring in new energy with your children. You can indulge in some kind of recreational activity, some fun activities with them, and really be a little bit more fun loving around this time. Now, Uranus is trining this new moon, which is in the sign of Taurus, which is your 9th house. Now, Uranus in the 9th house is already rebooting your belief system, your perspective, how you see the world. So new moon here in the sign of Capricorn in the 5th house with the 9th house planet Uranus is definitely making you think differently in terms of how you function, and what your philosophies and how you approach people, how you see the world. So it's a good time to really bring in that rebooting Uranus in the 9th house energy to this new moon in the 5th house in terms of your matters relating to your children, creativity, expression, your new project, creative projects, your talents and hobbies. And indulge in some kind of new activities. Maybe take up a new hobby, something you want to do, something that you enjoy, something you find pleasure in. The 5th house is not just about your children, it's also about other children. So this new moon can bring in the energy of mentoring, maybe a group of children, a club, something, or whatever that might be, like training them if you can. So also our younger people, not just children, any younger people as well. So if you can get involved in that, to volunteer yourself, this is a great time to seriously look at these matters and have some kind of fresh beginning in terms of how you see yourself expressing your talents, hobbies, and really growing in the world, and really changing your perspective and having a good time as well, Virgos. Libras, for you, the Capricorn new moon occurs in your 4th house. Now, the 4th house is about your home life, your domestic life, your family members, your own emotional security and stability, where you find nurturance and nourishment. So new moon occurring in your 4th house is time for fresh starts in your home matters, and that can be your emotional foundation as well as your physical foundations. So maybe you're planning on moving your house, you're thinking about it, or setting something in motion during this time, or you're just redecorating your house, or renovating it. Maybe there is some kind of energy you're bringing in the house which is moving around, and fresh energies in your house matters. Maybe you're decluttering your house and making more space for emotional well-being during this time. So Libras, all these are definitely in store, so definitely go ahead if you want to achieve these goals. Set the intention during this new moon in Capricorn, and in the next 6 months you will see things unfolding in terms of your home situation and living condition. You will see it improve if you're putting in the energy and all that. Just emotional well-being and your family setting, your family well-being will be improving as as the year progresses. So definitely set the intention in your 4th house matter. Now Libras, with Capricorn in your 4th house, you're definitely very much stability and security conscious, and you definitely like your foundation to be firm and stable, where you can really grow and really emotionally have the whatever you need to grow. Now Libras with Capricorn in your 4th house, you are definitely very much security conscious. You need the love and support in your home environment to grow. So this time it's a great time to have fresh beginnings in these matters and look at it, look at these themes during this time. Now if there's any kind of issues arising in your home situation, it's time to look at things differently and make some changes to bring in new energies for your own emotional form foundation. Now, if you're prone to being a homebody during this time, Libras, it's also a good idea to get out and have some fresh air, not just stay in the house all the time. So definitely it's good for your emotional well-being. So Libras, you will be definitely very much inspired for firm foundation, emotional and physical, during this time, most definitely. Libras, you're definitely making some plans for a better work-life balance as well. You want to spend more time with your family, with your in your home environment, and improve that more, grow in that. So you're definitely looking at all these energies. So you are definitely looking how to make your home where you have everything. Your sense of belonging is very strong, and you want definitely put your roots firmly, most definitely, Libras. So this time it's a great time to bring those energies, new beginning, set something in motion, set the intention for the year 2022, so that you can have whatever you need in your home environment and your family situation and your emotional setting to move things forward. Now this new moon in your 4th house is trining Uranus in the sign of Taurus, which will be your 8th house. Now 8th house is about intimacy, your financial situation, the joint financial situation and all that. So Libras, your 8th house is already going through change, it's going through a reboot. Your joint finances is going through a change, most definitely. Maybe that will bring in the energy to have some beginning in your home matters. This new moon trining Uranus in the 8th house may bring in energies of getting a mortgage or a home loan to buy a place, or just make the home conducive to your well-being and just health, mental health and intimacy. Make it more intimate and all, make like a sanctuary, and where you can really be yourself, Libras. Scorpios, for you, the Capricorn New Moon occurs in your 3rd house. The 3rd house is the house of your local community, your neighborhood, siblings. It's a house of your communication, sharing ideas and information. So a new moon occurring here in the sign of Capricorn is bringing in fresh energy in these matters. So Capricorn here makes you a serious mind anyway, Scorpio. So this new moon here could bring you a new serious kind of role in your community. Maybe you are getting more involved and really participating more in the community activity, and you have a serious kind of authoritarian role as well. So definitely these things can happen. So just be mindful of how you're communicating and how you're coming across. Your information sharing and all those things also needs to be looked at, and you may have to have some kind of a fresh outlook, fresh approach in how you're communicating, Scorpios. So Scorpios, it's a great time to learn something new, or train yourself again on something, or take a crash course on something you want to build up a skill on, or upskill yourself, and this will help you carry out that role that you may want to take up in your community, or just a new job maybe you want to take up, or even a business that you want to start, because 3rd house also has this new job, networking, communicating, connecting, business, all these kind of energy. So you could be communicating or public speaking. Maybe you can train yourself in public speaking if that is something that you're uncomfortable with. That is something you could do during this time. And Capricorn energy is a serious, practical energy. So you are very serious and practical where your communication is. So use this inspired speech to influence people around you, Scorpios, and really set the tone in terms of what your message is, what you want to say, what information do you want to share. So it's definitely a great time to have fresh start in terms of maybe learning something new, to take up a new role, or training yourself, or just upskilling yourself during this time. Now Scorpio's third house also rules short trips, because ninth house is the long distance trips. So third house is about local trips and short trips that you take around your city. So there could be some kind of unexpected trips that you might have to take, something that you had not planned, and that can come about during this time. So just be aware of that. And also when it comes to communication, Scorpios, your mindset, your outlook, your thought, all that may be going through a change, and it's time to change that as well. If you have some kind of rigid way of or serious way of thinking, and this can bring in that new energy, most definitely, Scorpios. And you can also maybe use social media or technology to learn new things, and to communicate more effectively and express yourself, because third house is about social media as well. Now this new moon is trining Uranus in the sign of Taurus, which is your opposite sign, and is in your seventh house, which is a house of relationship, both business and personal. So your relationship is already going through a change, a reboot, a transformation with the Uranus energy in there. Now this can really bring in a new energy in your outlook, how you see things, and how you communicate, your conversation. All these can go through a change as well, a fresh start. You may be thinking things a bit differently. Your thought process, your speech, your voice, your communication, everything may be going through a change as well. And this time is great time to have some kind of structured learning, or communicating. Maybe you want to communicate, or put yourself on social media and share your ideas and information. So it's definitely a good idea to open yourself up to these opportunities and look at them and how you can use them to grow as a person, Scorpio. Sagittarius, for you the Capricorn New Moon occurs in your second house. Now a second house is a house of your personal finances, a house of possessions, your self-worth, your resourcefulness. So a new moon here is bringing fresh energies to all these matters. So you're definitely looking at your personal finances, your income, your resources, your possession, and want to bring new energy in here, your own money making capabilities. You want to change that, you want to bring new energy. So it's a great time to do that as well. So Sagittarius, if you're looking at new money making opportunities or new jobs, or a situation where you can get a pay rise or a bonus, this is a great time to initiate those things, so that you can have that more disposable income going forward. Most definitely you can have more money if you are working hard. So Sagittarius, you can definitely set the tone around this new moon in Capricorn to be a little bit more serious about your finances, your personal finances, your resources. Also, it's a good time to plan a budget or a financial plan. If you think your finances is not under control, it's a great time to do that, and you can see results going forward, because you're definitely very much motivated to do that, because new moon is a fresh new beginning, and this new moon is trining Uranus in your sixth house of daily routine and your work. So that is already going through a reboot. Your daily routine, your job matters is already going through a reboot. So if you have applied for jobs, or if you want to apply for jobs, that will help you increase your income, or will change your financial situation, whatever that might be. And it can be a positive move in terms of your personal finances, Sagittarius, if you are careful in terms of your expenditure and spending as well. Because second house is not just about the incoming finances, it's also about how you manage it, the savings, the resources, how you handle those. So if you're handling all that thing well, Sagittarius, then this is a great time to really be more self-reliant and have those side hustles to make more money, or a new job to have that more income, most definitely. Now second house is also about self-worth, so don't make the mistake of equating your finances with your sense of self-worth, because it's not the same thing. Your money is separate from your self-worth. Self-worth is about you, your qualities, your character, and what you do in this world. So keep that in mind, and don't equate money with your sense of your own self-image and your self-value. Now this is a great time to be more self-reliant as well during this new moon, because second house is a Taurus energy, which is about being self-reliant. So maybe you can do something and that can help you make more money, definitely, Sagittarius. So bring in those energy, bring in more income streams during this time, and set the tone and new intention to do those things, and you will see these things unfold over the next 6 months. So Sagittarius, great time to manage your money and increase your money as well. Capricorn, for you, the new moon in Capricorn occurs in your first house. This is your time, Capricorn. It's about you, because the first house is about self-image, is about yourself, your personal identity, your personal priorities, how you see yourself, how you project yourself. And this is not just emotional and spiritual level, but also physical level. So your looks, appearance, the clothes that you wear, your hair, all this thing is focused during this new moon. So you are definitely so it's a great time to really bring out the new you and go through a reinvention, a makeover, change your clothing, buy new clothing, and all that. So definitely bring in this energy, and this will help you project and express yourself the way you want to, Capricorns, in this year. So use this energy to bring in this fresh perspective, outlook, mindset in yourself, and that is both on physical appearance level and your mindset as well, your outlook, how you see things about yourself, your life direction, how you want to define your life, how you see things going on for you in 2022. So definitely set the tone for the new year on this new moon, and see things unfolding over the next 6 months. So Capricorn, when new moon comes in the first house, it's really a time to change not just yourself but all areas of your life and bring new energy everywhere, because a first house planet has a ripple effect on all the other houses as well. So your home environment, your job, your relationship, your career, your finances, everything needs to be looked with a fresh eye, fresh perspective. So definitely use this time to bring in that personal power, to recreate yourself and really do things that is personally fulfilling to you, Capricorn, because this new moon in Capricorn is trining Uranus in the sign of Taurus, which is in your 5th house, which is about self-expression. It's about creativity. So use this time really to express what you truly feel, what makes you fulfill, what gives you joy, and really bring that energy in your life, in yourself, within yourself, not just outwardly but internally as well. So if you're unhappy with any aspect of your life during this time, bring in the fresh energy to change those things. And if you want to change yourself physically, in terms of maybe you want to have a new diet plan, new exercise regime, or whatever that might be, so it's a great time to bring that, because first house is also about health along with 6th house. First and 6th house both are about health. So if there's anything lagging behind in terms of your health matters, will be highlighted during this time, and you'll have to have a look at it and really take some action in terms of your health matters and your self-image as well, and really improve that and really bring in new energies in all these areas, Capricorn. So Capricorn, you will also have many opportunities to introduce yourself in a fresh way and in a new way, most definitely. So you have to take these opportunities up and project yourself differently. And it's a good idea to balance yourself with relationship with other people and your own relationship with yourself. And this new moon can really make you see and really help you bring those energy, the new beginning, the fresh beginning, the fresh start in terms of your life for the whole year, because it's your new moon, it's in your sign. It's really a good time to set the tone for the entire year, Capricorn. Aquarius, for you, the Capricorn new moon occurs in your 12th house. Now, 12th house is the house of your subconscious, your unconscious behavior, spirituality, isolation, solitude, your desire to, stay alone, escape as well. It's a house of inspiration, creativity as well. So new moon occurring in your 12th house, Aquarius, is definitely making you want to withdraw from daily life and have a quiet time and stay away from the daily hustle and bustle. So you're definitely very much eager to do that. Now just be careful not to escape too much or just withdraw so much from people that you are losing touch of the real life. But it is a good time to recharge your batteries and really deal with your emotions, subconscious emotion, your inner life, and really any old patterns, limiting patterns that you have that's not helping you grow. It's time to look at those patterns and really find solution within yourself. You can use this new moon in your 12th house to really introspect, contemplate, and see, look within yourself, your own subconscious pattern, your old patterns that you might have, any limiting patterns that you might have, and release those energies that can bring you relief and growth ultimately. So definitely a good time to recharge your batteries and take a break, take a back seat, and you will be very much inclined to do these as well during this time. That's a good time to do it. And when the new moon occurs in your sign in a month's time, Aquarius, then you will be more energetic to take things forward. Now is not the time to be more action oriented. This is the time to really plan yourself and release yourself from anything that is stopping you from growing. Sort those things out, any repressed or suppressed emotions that you might have. Get those things out of the way during this time, and you will be ready to take on the world in a month's time. Now Aquarius, this new moon in Capricorn is trining Uranus in the sign of Taurus, which will be your 4th house, which is about your home, your family situation, your domestic environment. So that is already going through a reboot and a reconstruction and deconstruction for a couple of years now. So your home environment, your address, your physical foundation and emotional foundation is going through a reboot already, Aquarius. So with this 12th house new moon, it's time to really release anything that is limiting and not helping you grow in terms of your emotional stability and security as well, and just release them and really look at things differently and bring in new energies by overcoming any past pattern and any limiting subconscious suppressed subconscious pattern that you might have, old patterns from the past. It's maybe during this time you will come to know about something that was hidden from you as well, and that will help you change things about yourself and bring in new energy to release those limiting or self-deceiving pattern as well. So definitely a great time to really relax, take a back seat and look at things from a different perspective to help you grow by releasing and relieving yourself from limiting old patterns, Aquarius. Pisces, for you, the new moon in Capricorn occurs in your 11th house. Now, 11th house is the house of your social network, your friends, your social circle. It's a house of group project, collaborative projects, or organization or association or causes that you want to be part of. It's also the house of professional gains, your hopes and wishes as well. So a new moon occurring in your 11th house, Pisces, is definitely an opportunity for new beginning in terms of your networking, mingling and connecting with people, forming new social groups, finding new friends, like-minded friends, and connecting with them, or joining an organization or cause, something you feel passionate about. So all these energies are definitely there, and you will be definitely inclined to explore these areas during this time. A new moon in your 11th house can also indicate some kind of opportunity to take up a new role or new position in your community, in the larger community or organization or association or a group project that if you're part of, some kind of group teamwork that you're part of. Maybe there's an opportunity for you to take up more responsibility or take up a role during this time, and that will give a boost to your social image, your networking, your connection, and your professional gains as well during this time. And this new moon brings in that energy for you to take up those opportunities, new opportunities, if that comes your way during this time, Pisces. So Pisces, you're definitely very much focused on your vision, what you want to achieve, and you're definitely very much focused on your social network, your social circles, your social people that you connect with, and like-minded people. So you're definitely focused on those areas of life during this time. Now this new moon can also indicate not just joining a new social circle or organization, or but also a leaving an old social circle or organization, something that is not conducive to your growth or what you're trying to achieve in the new year, or something that does not serve you anymore, it's not favoring your growth anymore. Maybe you want to leave those things, and you're setting the tone, a new beginning, and you're looking at things differently. You have a different outlook, mindset, and you're seeing your social circle, network, organization, group project, group work differently, and you want to not be associated with that anymore. So you want to move away from that. So either you want to join a new organization or a social group, or you want to leave an old one because it's not helping you grow anymore. But whatever that might be, Pisces, you're definitely focused on your vision and what you want to achieve in the future. Now, this new moon in Capricorn is trining Uranus in the sign of Taurus, which is your third house. Now, third house is about communication and sharing information and ideas. So your communication style, your conversation style, your neighborhood, your relationship with your close ties is already going through a reboot, is going through a change over the last few years. So this new moon trining Uranus is definitely making you think out of the box in terms of your connections, your communications, how you're approaching your outlook, your mindset, and all that. And this is going to have an effect on how you see your social circle and how you connect with people. So all this is definitely going to get a new outlook, new beginning, and it's time to really bring in the fresh energies around this new moon, Pisces. Thank you for watching my new moon and Capricorn video. I hope you enjoyed the content, and I hope you can use this information to really set the tone for 2022, because this new moon in Capricorn is just right after the New Year's Day, and this is a great time to set those resolutions in the area of life wherever this new moon falls in your chart, and really kickstart the year and really have this new, fresh, more hopeful, more enjoyable, more fulfilling new year for everyone, and have a great time. Thank you very much for watching.